Hello friends and welcome. Today we're doing a support meta update for 7.38b. 7.38c came out just after I finished this video before I released it, but after playing some games and watching Pro Dota, it's all still the same. Just the exact heroes, the tier list and all that is maybe different, so I'm going to push that back a bit, wait for the patch to settle, but in terms of the style of play, that is all the same. So I'm still releasing this video. Okay, enjoy the rest of it. I'm going to give you everything you need to know in order to be a good support, which is honestly not that different from past patches. In fact, there is a video I made, the ultimate guide to hard support, soft support, like whichever. There's actually two, one for each. Still like 90 to 95% relevant. I watched back over it before making this video, and I gotta say, I don't remember making such a good comprehensive video that you should definitely watch because it highlights everything you should be doing as a support. But the patch, despite how big it was and the map change and all that, really didn't change that much. There are some key differences, but the average pub player will not really see it because that's just how it goes. As I explain it in the video, I think you'll start to understand. So the first thing is that behind the safe lane tower, there is now ancient camp and like an evolving camp. It starts at small, goes up to a hard camp over time, I think. In the past, this used to be a medium and a small camp, which means when you win your lane, you could shove the lane, farm these camps. If you were losing, when it pushes under your tower, you kind of like deal with it, and then you go farm back here. Medium and small camp, not too bad. You're probably a few levels, even if you're losing. And then you just kind of like repeat back here. And if they ever leave, you can push, do this. But you had options. Like if you're winning or losing, there were multiple camps to work with. Now, if you're losing, it's hard to come up here because they're winning, and so they'll kill you if you come up here as the carry. So now you have to fall back here, and holy crap, an ancient camp's going to kick your ass. What are you going to do about that? So the carry pool right now is either lane winners or people who can farm the ancient camps early or some kind of mix of that. Hard supports are therefore really trying to win their lane because if their carry wins, then you can do what you did last patch, which is kind of like shove the lane, farm this stuff, great. If you lose, you just don't have many options because the ancients are really tough to deal with. Even if you are trying to pick someone who can farm it early, it is still risky, and the winning off lane might come back here and then get you killed. So you really want to have a strong start. So position 5s are lane winners right now, like Silencer and Warlock, and position 4s are also very aggressive to put a lot of pressure because they too want to win the lane. It is more meaningful than it used to be. As part of fighting for the lane, the Lotus pools changed. So before, it was just whoever clicked first and channeled got it. Now you have to stand in the pool and it channels a certain time. You don't actually have to channel now, you just have to be in the pool and then you get it. But if 2 heroes are in the pool, it'll stop channeling and then it just stays here until you fight to the death, and whoever dies loses, or whoever gives up and walks away loses. So in the past, as long as you had a stun, you could almost guarantee this because you would just stun them, start channeling first, and if they didn't have a stun, you got it. Or if no one has a stun, it's just whoever clicks first. Now you can be someone like Silencer, no stun, but just really strong, and I can beat out a Keeper Light and hit him out of here. Keeper now has some cool options, which is that the channel time is shared, so even if we let Silencer channel most of it and we walk back in here, as long as Keeper knocks Silencer out for the final fraction of a second, Keeper ends up with the Lotus. So there's a whole new mini game around the Lotus pools that you're seeing supports do, but also the cores come over and fight over this because it's more significant. Like the Lotus is still as valuable as it used to be, but in the past it felt weird to run over here, and just because you happen to click a fraction of a second later you lost it, it's like, that was weird. But as long as you can win the fight now, you can guarantee you get this. So you're seeing way more fighting over this, which then leads to way more fighting over the Wisdom Shrine, which is going to have the same rules as the Lotus pool. You have to stand in here, you got to be the only one in there. And so you're seeing a lot more fighting, not just the supports and the cores, like the off lane and the carry, but even the mids will rotate over. Even like maybe you're too scared to contest this one, but you see them trying to steal this, you'll see the position 5s come over and fight this. Because in the past, it's the same deal. You might bring 3 heroes, but the enemy Crystal Maiden might still happen to click first and get it, and then it feels bad, even as you kill the Crystal Maiden. But now, when you commit the heroes, you can almost for sure guarantee it for yourself, so long as you're here on time, because you will win the fight, you will kill them, and then you will get the shrine, and there's nothing they can do unless they can like 1v3 you. This increasing need to fight and win the lanes is not restricted just to the side lanes, it's also true for the mid lane now. The mid lane first, the camps got moved a little further. Like there used to be like a hard camp, like right around here. There used to be a camp like right around here. So it wasn't that far if you were losing the lane and you're like, okay, I'm not doing great. I'm going to go stack and like recover that way. You still will see it, but you have to move further away from the lane than you used to if you're the mid. You also used to depend on bottle refills coming in, like a support dies because they were fighting here, they TP in, they refill your bottle. You get a bunch of free regen as the mid laner. They took out bottle refilling. We're free, so we don't have to do that anymore. But that means the skill matchup in the mid lane is even more important, and helping them to secure water runes, power runes, like bounty runes, that is even more important than it used to be as well. So support players, off of winning your lane, if you have time, it's even better than it used to be if you can come over here, even if you can't kill the mid, right? Like say I'm a silencer, I'm not the best at ganking, but I hit him with an arcane curse and last word, he takes 200 damage. That used to be two bottle charges that maybe Caudle would come in, give him. No more. Now that 200 damage is really meaningful, and it's going to matter when this guy kicks his ass because he has 200 more health. You don't always have to come over here and try to use that, but the more you come over and try to secure this, the better. And now people are coming over more than ever, and that's why, again, you want to be able to fight once you get here, and there's a mid and two supports, and you're a support, and you're a mid, and like we want to kill them, we want to get the rune. So fighting early everywhere is more important than ever, which leads us to the Tormentor change. It now spawns at 15 minutes, and there's only one. It is worth 2,275 gold. Gold for all the teammates, and then the shard, same rules as before, the lowest two, it's random chance. So it's going to spawn down here at 15 minutes. If there is a Night Stalker with Night Range, it's actually going to spawn up here, and then it's going to swap day and night. You will rarely see that happen at the pro level because at 15 minutes, they're going to be here. The amount of gold you get from this Tormentor is so good. So off of winning your lanes, off of trying to fight for Lotuses, what you're seeing teams do is with that early fighting, they're trying to take the towers early, especially down here if it's going to spawn here. Because if you're the Radiant, you want to be able to TP here, come in. If you're the Dire, you want to be able to TP here, come in. Technically, you could Twin Gate, right? It's here, you could TP here and then Twin Gate, but it's just kind of... It's very dangerous. You don't know what's coming. The Radiant could be in position. You like start popping out and you all get AoE wombo comboed coming out the Twin Gate. So if you can take these towers before 14 minutes, the better. Because you'll see a power play come where Radiant comes. They take this tower early. They can then have a better position to fight for the shrine. You get 2 shrines ideally, or maybe you just steal this shrine and they're like, I guess we'll take their shrine, but now you're in a much better position to just fall back and then take this Tormentor. For the support pool, you want to be able to fight early, and if your shard is good, that's even better than it was before because you're getting it so early. So if you're someone like Bat Rider where the shard is really not good, feels pretty bad. There are some supports that are just so good it doesn't matter, like Muerta. Her early fighting is so strong that even though her early shard is ass, she is still considered a good support, but she's a bit of an exception. Most supports that are meta right now are strong fighters who are also... You at least have a decent shard, if not a really good shard. With the power spike of the first Tormentor, you are then going to just continue to exert map pressure until you reach a point where you hit your various timings and you can do Roshan. You're going to do the first Roshan as soon as you can, whichever side it ends up being. With that, we're going to enter this cycle, which is similar to the past. You'll have the Aegis, right? You'll like try to take towers, try to take team fights. You'll grow your lead, and because you grew your lead, the second Tormentor is going to be here, and then you're going to come take it. You're going to get another shard, and that's going to make you even stronger, and that's going to let you fight for the second second Roche. You're going to get the second Roche. Now you're going to have a banner. Now you can put the high ground with the banner, and if you do it, great. If you don't do it, you're still going to maintain map control, and then you're going to get the third Tormentor, then you get the third Roche, and then it's just going to go back and forth. But it's very cyclical. If you watch Pro Dota, you are seeing them kind of follow this formula. It's like, we're here, we're here. We're pushing, we're here. We're pushing, we're here. It's like, it's just going back and forth, trying to grow the lead that way. If a pro team happens to have like a Beastmaster or an Ursa, you sometimes see a trade-off where one team is doing Tormentor and the other team steals Roshan in the meantime. So with all of that said, I think you can see why not all of this is very relevant to Pub Dota. I would say for you guys, emphasis on winning your lanes and being able to fight for Lotuses, shrines, and try to go mid. The mids won't understand why it's so helpful now, and neither will the carries understand why it's so good that you're winning their lane, but it will be good for you, and that will be very impactful. After that, I would love for you guys to say, let's do the Tormentor at 15. Can we smoke? Can we come through here? All of that. I really recommend you guys try. Will it happen? You know, probably not. Probably not. Neither will Roshan. And that's the point where the game kind of breaks down for the average pub that isn't really following the strict pro meta of why we have to fight so early to get these objectives. You guys are probably going to see your game still continue to play in the lanes a lot more and things be kind of aimless and the fights are random when they break out. And so the higher in MMR you go, if you can be a support that wins your lane and comes online early and you're not building like Midas, Aghanims, I gotta save all the way up to a Blink. Blink is the most acceptable, but even that one, a lot of supports right now are like easy buildup of items. Solar, Pavis, Glimmer, and you can just do things without needing to save up the money because you are gonna be doing a lot of fighting here, like all these different fights. You don't wanna have to wait forever. But the lower in MMR you go, you kind of can wait forever because that's what the cores are going to do. And the cores are necessary to push these types of objectives. So if your cores aren't listening to your call, it's the same as old Dota. Do your best, get the farm, push out lanes, wait for a fight, and be ready to be at that fight. Either because you see your core moving up, so you follow, or you see a fight breaking out, so you TP early. And that's the same as it used to be. The more you can push your team to make coordinated plays, I don't even care what you go for. Roche, Tormentor, take towers together, like whatever, right? At that point, it's just pub Dota, just do your best. Those are the major changes. The map change, like it changed the warding and like where the camps are and all that, but for a lot of pub games, it won't. I don't think you'll really notice it. Like the fights will feel a little different because the map's a little different, but the carries in here AFK jungling, like that's the same no matter what. So I don't think you have to worry too much on it. If you do want to know some new ward locations, I do have a video on that. I'll link it in the description so you can check that out. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll have a tier list of the supports that fit this meta coming out soon. And again, I do think the ultimate guide to hard supporting, soft supporting, whatever it's called, linked in the description, is really good. I genuinely don't remember putting so much effort into it, but I really think it is quite good to give you a framework of what to do as a support. So I would love if you guys check that out after seeing this video and liking and commenting and doing all that and passing it off to all your friends and everything. Thank you. Bye.